was pretty good. So I tried to replicate that on the left, but because the left was a little bit onshore, it was closing out quicker and it would suck you away from the fence. So you had to adjust where your takeoff spot would be, and then just all rail and no bail.
Congratulations again. Well done, buddy.
Thanks so much.
All right.
Abisar, who I am guessing one of the Spanish surfers. And then Josh Bogle in the yellow will be going next. So Alain Avissard, a nice opening ride for him as well. Benoit Moreau is in the lead. So Moreau is from France, La France. I think he's from Bretagne, Brittany. One of them was. There was a surfer from Brittany, one from Biarritz, and one from Bordeaux.
So we saw Benoit yesterday on that long foamy, but he's still whipping it around like really stylish.
And the
Yeah, Josh isn't.
Llewellyn's Wayne is in motion, and it's going to be Josh Bogle. Oh, he's not here. So Josh, at the moment, is whether he shows up by the end of the heat, he may or he may not. So that ride is going to go through empty. And so we've got some information from some of the other surfers here. And so Alain, the Spanish surfer, Benoit from France.
So Alan and Benoit was a really competitive heat yesterday.
Yeah.
Because they're both standing up at
Wasn't for you, Jess.
Benoit is missing an arm, and Alan is I think on a parastatic leg. I think.
Okay.
So they're both standing division now.
Incredible.
But Benoit's a really stylish surfer, and Alan's really good as well. So we'll see some really good surfing there.
Opening ride from Benoit.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see that. Yeah, Benoit's really good.
7.5.
I love the start. It's amazing. And you wouldn't have thought you were able to whip that foamy round. It rides quite a big foamy. But I think that's to do with the paddling rig. It's quite difficult to paddle with one arm. And with the balance as well. To get used to being able to just surf with one arm. That's right. A lot of surfing's in the upper body.
Guys.
Here we go, so we've got Benoit coming here now. So you see him paddling really strong, kicking his legs. Pops up onto his knees, back onto his legs. Just struggling to get into that inside section there.
So we've just seen a wave from Alon Avisar there, and he was catching the wave that comes. So you get a long break. Now the trouble is, there's a break just before the hour, every hour. 3 to 4 minutes before the hour to let the pool reset completely. This then results in the cleanest wave that ever comes through here at Snowdonia. But the sense of pressure can be pretty big because you've had a long time to sit there in the pool.
Yeah.
So Alon, he was just a second or two later paddling into that one than he had been earlier in his on his first wave, on his 4.5.
Yeah.
It meant he got a bit hung up on takeoff, got into the wave, but then rode most of it behind the section, so he still got to see that beautiful pristine wall roll on into the bay.
Here we go.
And Benoit is going to be having a look at this one, I believe, or is this one going to come through empty back up to the other end of the bay? So this is Josh Bogle's ride, but Josh is not yet here. So that's a chance for us to watch the wonder of technology that is the plough at Surf Snowdonia. And on that wide angle view, you get to see the zip wire too. There we go, see that fella swinging overhead on the zip wire. Now I tell you what would be the go, would be to swing over on the zip wire as somebody rides a wave, and you must get must get a great view of people hitting the lip and driving off the bottom. So Benoit Moreau from France is out in front, and Alon Avisar in second. We'll give them a little update on the scores. Both surfers don't yet have a strong backup wave. Heat situation is the surfer in red, Benoit Moreau. Surfer en rouge, vous êtes en tête avec 9.23. Votre meilleure vague c'est un 7.5 et votre deuxième vague c'est 1.93. Vous avez besoin d'essayer de trouver quelque chose de meilleur que le 1.93. So here he goes, and he's up, and now this drives out the bottom, pig dog rail grab, and a little bit of a loose back fin, but he holds on and comes through that, skilled surfing. A nonchalant flick of the hair, and he makes it onto the inside, comes off the top, makes it, and throws a little bit of a stoke jump back into the white water, so that will go into Moreau's top two. And Alon Avisar in the white.
What's that?
Will be feeling a bit under pressure now, because Moreau will definitely be pushing the 1.73 a little bit higher with that ride. So we're going to see a back and forth. We saw a complete ride for Moreau first of all, a complete ride for Avisar. Then we saw a mistake from Moreau, a mistake from Avisar, and now Moreau has delivered a wave number 2. So Moreau, a real feat of surfing there. You know, he's shredding once he's up on his feet, but he's got to get to his feet with only one arm. And that arm is lost right up by the shoulder. Alon Avisar, here we go. And so he hooks into this wave and he makes it. And off we go. So a reply right into the power pocket. Cruises off the bottom, goes for the lipper, tracks it back, gets his weight over the back to try and ride out, but doesn't quite get the completion. So it'll go in behind the last wave of Moreau, but it'll certainly improve on his 1.83. So there is some pretty good surfing going on in the first end of this heat.
There you go. So that's what, as soon as he got out into the pocket there, you could really see just opened up like he was surfing yesterday. And as you can see, he's got a prosthetic on. I think what they were struggling with was with the backhand when he pushes out on his backhand to do a bottom turn. It's really hard to get the body weight over because he can't grip it with his ankle. So I think the prosthetic choice of your prosthetic leg, they all have different surf legs compared to a normal leg with a bit more like ankle. but it's still not enough. So the backhand bottom turns are really difficult to pull off. So when they do them, it's really impressive.
But he does a great job with the equipment that he's got. So really inspiring surfing story, Alon Avisar, and a real style master. And so we're going to get another ride for Avisar straight away here. And this time he gets into it a little higher up and gets straight round the section. A pig dog rail grab and comes off just where the wave would go hollow. And that, a back-to-back pair of scores for Avisar. And so that will, and Moreau, again, we don't know, is that a sporting conversation or is that a bit of sledging? The cricketers here are hoping it's a bit of sledging. It's one of the things I love about cricket as well. So much gentlemanly behaviour, you know, the English language idiom, it's not cricket, you know, to say when something isn't being done the right way. And yet, the aggression that gets shown, and it's the same here, you know, there's a gentlemanly atmosphere, and yet people want it. So even when your fellow competitor says a few kind words of encouragement, that doesn't necessarily mean there's not a bit of mind games going on. A surfer like Benoit Moreau, he hasn't got as good as he's got in this sport by whispering kind words of wisdom in his competitor's ear for purely altruistic reasons, or at least that's what he might deny it. It's a competitive environment out there as the plough goes into motion, and Moreau, and he digs in the one-armed paddle, the one-armed pop-up, straight to his feet, driving bottom turn, styling through that first section, glances off the top, drives a bottom turn right on rail, into the high line, off the bottom, off the top, one more time, coming through the inside section, and doesn't quite hold it through the inside Rio, but by then the work had been done. This is highly likely to be right up there around the same kind of region as his first wave. And so
That was really
we're going to be seeing the judges. They wanted to go surfing after watching that wave, as we've been saying all day. To get a top score in an event like this, you need the judges to want to go surfing when they see your wave, and that's when they start to throw 6s, 7s, 8s in your general direction. And so that from Moreau. For me, that's the wave of the heat. I don't know what you think, Josh.
I think that was a pretty strong wave. I think if he's got one more wave left, I think he could even pull off a better one than that one. The way we saw him surfing yesterday was really high level, and that's what we're just seeing just then.
I mean, if he posts an 8, which he just did, it will put Avisar into combination, and he did. So there it is, it's an 8. A combination situation for Alon Avisar, and with only one wave remaining, we believe, you said it's one wave remaining, was it, Josh?
Yeah, I think we've got one
that would mean that a combination score is game, set, and match. And he's going again, and here we go. Back-to-back waves on his feet. Pig dog rail grab into the barrel, but doesn't come out.
That was a bit of a let him take off, but
it's a victory lap.
Got in a barrel.
It's a victory lap. Look at that grin.
He's smiling.
Ear to ear. That grin's reflecting nearly as much light as the water surface. We're getting a fist bump, I think, here. We are getting a fist bump. That's not a bit of psyching out. That's just Avisar and Moreau sharing the stoke of surfing together. So he's going to be in a combination situation, Avisar, so he's just going to go surfing now and enjoy himself. He's going to go surfing and enjoy himself. Is this the last wave of Alon Avisar? The pool softens the water. There's the baffles. You can see them there. These things are called baffles, so that allows the water to run out. It goes down. We get them at the side of a swimming pool as well. 2 waves each remaining. So it is still doable. But what Alon Avisar is going to need, he's going to need more than a 5.51 or more than a 5.5 to break combination first. So that's the first thing that Avisar is going to need to do here now, is get out of combination. But realistically, 5.5 won't be enough. He really needs something in that kind of 7 region here. This needs to be the best wave of his heat. And he's off to a great start. Lovely stance, drives through, hits that section, comes off the top, right stuck behind the tube there, and drives through, comes on out. If he can get back onto the face, not quite so. I don't know if the combination situation is going to be broken there, so this could be the moment that Moreau is untouchable. He did what he could in that first few sections, Josh. It's a hard section, that inside, isn't it, Josh?
Yeah, definitely hard to get back round into the.
Why is it so hard to surf through that inside bit?
I'm not sure. I think when the way the warm wave forms, it goes off into 2 different sections. So the white water goes off really strongly off into onto the other side, pushing away, and then the green face goes completely the other way. And it's really hard to get back into the. Not much power in the white water to get back into the green face.
Of course.
So it's really essential just to stay straight in the pocket. Otherwise,
he's stoked.
He looks happy though.
Going to get another ride, and it'll be a no pressure ride to just enjoy surfing here at Adventure Park Snowdonia. And Morrow, he'll pretty much know that he's taken it down, I think, here. In fact, we can probably help him here if we grab the beach mic. We can probably help Morrow enjoy his last wave. Surfer in red, you are leading by a combination situation. Just enjoy yourself. Here we go, see if he heard the message. Oh, it's the surfer in white.
Here we go, Alon again.
Last of white, and so Alon is just going to cruise.
Oh, lovely.
And he makes it round the section. And, oh, a little layback there. And so, I see a couple of K-fins on that board. We're interested in the board setups. So FCS on the back of that. That's a traditional short board there, Josh. No adaptations made to that board from what I can see.
No.
It's got quite a wide tail because, of course, Alon's got to pop to his feet with a prosthetic leg. But it's a sort of fish-shaped board thruster. And Benoit Moreau is riding what nowadays we call a mid-length. They would have been known as a mini-mal, so named after the longboard was called a mal from Malibu, a Malibu board. The mini-mal would be anything under 9 foot or shorter than 3 or less than 3 foot taller than the surfer. So a guy who's 5 foot tall could have an 8 foot board, and that would still be a longboard or a mal. And now they call them a mid-length, so it's something in the sort of 7-8 foot range, something that's not going to qualify as a longboard. Last of red. Victory lap for the surfer in red.
I think this is where we'll see. Hopefully Ben might just open up and just enjoy this.
I think you're right, Josh.
See some good surfing here.
Yeah, see, Josh, you're going to call it for us.
Here we come in. Lovely pop up, nice and early. Oh, lovely. You see how it's generating speed to keep in the green face. Oh, that's amazing.
Yes.
Oh, lovely.
What a style.
Oh, that's an amazing wave.
Cruising. Oh,
that's a beautiful
selling
wave.
the joy of surfing to those
I think
judges.
that's going to be a really high score. And you can see as soon as they get the speed enough to stay into that green face, they can really open
And he's
up and
getting it
start
all the way
doing
to the
turns.
inside.
Oh, I'd be happy with that one.
What a ride. Benoit Moreau. And applause from the beach. He is going to be our champion of this category.
That was a great surf.
That was fantastic. So from the so this is a category stand-up surfers with a prosthetic or with a limb missing, and Moreau has taken that category down with real flair and style there.
Thank you, Jess. Yep, go, go, go.
So that was the stand 1 and 3, as they call it, and next up will be the stand and sit categories. So we'll be getting Benoit Moreau for an interview.
I think we'll grab him as he comes past.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you want me? Do you want me to head over and speak to him and use a bit of French, or is his English okay?
Not sure.
We'll find out from the producers. So we see
Non, non, non. Ici.
Ok,
Ça marche. Comme ça.
lining himself up for an interview.
ok.
Moment. Do you want to do this? Jump in. Fire away.
Benoit, excellent serving. How do you feel?
Ah, super good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the place. It's a really, really fun enjoy, ça se dit?
La dernière vague, tu savais déjà que tu as gagné. Did you know already that you'd won?
Because with the replay, I listen nothing. So I catch at the last wave just for the fun.
J'ai vu ça. Et vous allez surfer encore après? You're going to surf again?
Ouais, avec le surf mat.
Oh, with a surf mat. With the surf mat. Oh, excellent, excellent. Et j'ai vu un peu des discussions entre les autres compétiteurs. Qu'est-ce que vous avez dit? We've been asking all day. What are you saying to each other out there?
Have a fun. That's just a fun surfing. That's all.
Okay, thank you. Well done. See you again soon.
Yeah, thanks for all. And thanks for the competition. Thanks.
Mais c'est bon, on peut faire ça encore.